I don't really know what to say. I feel the same way you guys do. If you guys don't think that I used to sit in this room when he played guitar and sang, I feel so honored to be near him. You're crazy. Anyway, he left a note. It's more like a letter to the editor. I don't know what happened. I mean, it was gonna happen, but it could have happened when he was 40. He always said he was gonna outlive everybody and be 120. I'm not gonna read you all the note because it's none of the rest of your business, but some of it is to you. I don't really think it takes away his dignity to read this, considering that it's addressed to most of you. He's such an asshole. I want you all to say asshole really loud. This note should be pretty easy to understand. All the warnings from the Punk Rock 101 curses over the years since my first introduction to the, shall we say, ethics involved with independence and the embracement of your community has proven to be very true. I haven't felt the excitement of listening to as well as creating music, along with really writing something for too many years now. I feel guilty beyond words about these things. For example, when we're backstage and the lights go out and the manic roar of the crowd begins, it doesn't affect me the way in which it did for Freddie Mercury, who seemed to love and relish in the love and adoration from the crowd. Well, Kurt, so in what? Then don't be a rock star, you asshole. Which is something I totally admire and envy. The fact is, I can't fool you, any one of you. It simply isn't fair to you or to me. The worst crime I can think of would be to pull people off by faking it and pretending as if I'm having 100% fun. No, Kurt, the worst crime I can think of is for you to just continue being a rock star when you hate it and just stop. Sometimes I feel as I should have a punch-in time clock before I walk out on stage. I've tried everything within my power to appreciate it, and I do. God, believe me, I do, but it's not enough. I appreciate the fact that I and we have affected and entertained a lot of people. I must be one of those narcissists who only appreciate things when they're alone. I'm too sensitive. Oh. I need to be slightly numb in order to regain the enthusiasm I once had as a child. On our last 3 tours, I've had a much better appreciation of all the people I've known personally and as fans of our music, but I still can't get out the frustration, the guilt, and the empathy I have for everybody. There's good in all of us, and I simply love people too much. So why didn't you just stay? So much that it makes me feel too sad. The sad, little, sensitive, unappreciative Pisces Jesus man. Oh, shut up, bastard. Why don't you just enjoy it? I don't know. Then he goes on to say personal things to me that are none of your damn business. Personal things of Francis that are none of your damn business. I have it good, very good, and I'm grateful. But since the age of 7, I've become hateful towards all humans in general, only because it seems so easy for people to get along and have empathy. Empathy. Only because I love and feel for people too much, I guess. Thank you all from the pit of my burning, nauseous stomach for your letters and concern during the last years. I'm too much of an erratic, moody person, and I don't have the passion anymore. Peace, love, empathy, Kurt Cobain. And then there's some more personal things that are none of your damn businesses. And just remember, this is all bullshit. And I'm laying in our bed. And I'm really sorry. And I feel the same way you do. I'm really sorry, you guys. I don't know what I could have done. I wish I never wish I hadn't listened to other people, but I did. Every night I've been sleeping with his mother, and I wake up in the morning, I think it's him, because their body's sort of the same. I have to go now.
Not long after her taped message was played for her husband's mourners, Courtney Love herself showed up at the vigil to talk to fans personally.
I just want you to really go from the best spiritual place you can, you know, for his sake, because he doesn't want to be known for being a drug addict, and he doesn't want to be known for being a loser or anything that Rush Limbaugh called him. You know, we all know what he gave to us, you know, and those baby boomers are not supposed to understand, you know. That's what people like Rush Limbaugh and Andy Rooney exist for, Kurt, to irritate them. You know, he touched all of our lives, and that's people over 32. They're not meant to understand what Kurt was, like I said, he was put here to irritate them. You know, these people grew up in the 60s with the generation gap, and now they're really pissed that there's another one because they refuse to grow old, you know. And something good can come out of Kurt's death. I don't know what it is yet, but something good can. Something good can. I mean, Kurt changed the music industry completely. He turned it on its ass, you know. He changed the way, you know, like, if it had happened to me, Kurt would be sitting out here in this park with you too. He never made himself inaccessible to people. He never, ever did any rock star bullshit. If you stopped him on the street, even if you looked like you just stepped off an airplane, you're a stewardess, he'd still talk to you for 10 minutes. You know, he was like so good that way and had no attitude, and I wish he'd had a little more attitude, because that might have helped. But what would have helped more than anything was no guns. So just try and do that, all right? All right. Thank you. I'm sorry if I'm making you more upset.